Hi, this is Simon Canish and welcome to another Marvelous Videos. Corey Anders, also known as Starfire, is one of the most popular members of the Teen Titans. She was first introduced in the DC Universe in 1980 as a warrior princess from the planet of Tamaran, and she later gained popularity while appearing in the Teen Titans cartoons and comics. Corey Anders has appeared in different forms across the universe, but her Stargirl persona certainly stands out due to its unique physiology and capabilities. Stargirl's anatomy has some very distinctive Tamaranian aspects, and today we will explore her features and tell you everything about Stargirl. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, then please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thanks, and let's begin.
You know the plan! Titans, go!
Starfire is incredibly tall. Starfire is a warrior princess from Tamaran, which means that she has the physical features that are typical among the alien Tamaranians. Beside having green eyes and orange skin, Starfire's height was also quite taller than most humans. She was 6 feet, 4 inches in most adaptions, which led people to believe that Tamaranians were just taller than humans. However, it is pretty likely that Starfire may be tall among her people as well, and the alien species were not notably tall. In any case, Starfire's comic version was incredibly tall. On the other hand, she was only 5 feet 6 inches in the Titans live-action series, and this was probably because the creators had difficulty finding an actress as tall as the comic version of Starfire. Why is her skin so unique? Starfire's skin has quite a unique ability to burn through any metal and even melt them completely. Her skin had the ability to reach very high temperatures, and she could liquefy any metal by burning bright and hot. In the premiere of Titan series, Starfire melted a bunch of bullets as soon as they came in contact with her skin, thereby preventing her body from suffering any harm. She had once even melted Jason Todd's gun when he approached her and put the gun against her skin, and Starfire had displayed this power countless times in the comics as well as the series. While Starfire's powers underwent some changes after the DC reboot and the New 52 story arc, she remained one of the most powerful Titans with a unique body. How does she absorb radiation? Starfire even has the ability to absorb ultraviolet radiation and then turn this into pure energy to be able to fly. Starfire was known for being able to fly around entire solar systems at a very high speed, and the ultraviolet radiation powered her to exhibit this power. After the Scions had experimented on her body, she had gained the ability to convert energy into starbolts and even release it in powerful blasts. Collecting energy to create a high-powered blast usually left her relatively weak, so she mostly used this energy to fly around places. At the same time, Starfire stored this energy to power her body, allowing her to go on for days without consuming any food, water, or even sleep. Starfire could even absorb the ambient solar energy from Kryptonians, thereby weakening their body while also becoming more powerful. Starfire's ability to absorb and store energy enabled her to breathe without an atmosphere, as she could use her absorbed energy to continue living.
I am Coriander of Tamaran. Our kind can learn language from the act of kissing.
Can she learn any language? Starfire even has the unique ability to learn any new language in the entire multiverse in hardly a moment. She could gain the ability to understand and speak a new language by touching someone who already speaks it. These language-speaking powers have become quite valuable for Starfire, as she has even found a fun way to put them to use. While she only needed to touch someone to learn their language, Starfire insisted that she needed to kiss someone to gain knowledge of that language. She often used this as an excuse to kiss someone, and she once even kissed Dick Grayson under the pretense of learning English.
I've had this since I was a little girl. It was the only thing I had time to take.
What is the real age of Starfire? While Starfire is part of the Teen Titans, she is 156 years old, according to Tamaran years. She does seem to be the youngest member of the Titans, and it often comes as a shock to fans when they discover that she's pretty old. Starfire's ability to absorb radiation has given her many powers, out of which one power is decelerating age. So we don't know how old she is in human years, but her unique powers will ensure that she continues to look younger than her actual age for as long as she exists. While the rest of the Teen Titans also appear youthful due to their extraordinary powers, Starfire's inability to look old and age is not really an issue for the team. How does she fit 9 stomachs in her tiny frame? Starfire's body has some unusual characteristics, and she is seen as someone who loves to eat a lot. Her body also has a fast metabolism rate that allows her to remain in shape despite her eating habits. However, one does wonder where all the food that she consumes goes, and the answer is that she has 9 stomachs that help her to digest this food. One might even question how she fits 9 stomachs inside her body, whilst also looking quite slim and thin, and her Tamaranian physiology plays a role in her anatomical design. Her physiology allows her to consume a lot of food, while also fitting 9 stomachs in her tiny frame, and it is undoubtedly quite an unusual and impressive feature of her anatomy. What makes Starfire so powerful? Starfire was a formidable Tamaranian warrior, known for her strength, but her powers were further enhanced by absorbing ultraviolet radiation. The radiation allowed her to gain super strength, and she proved to be a formidable opponent in any battle. While her powers were not on the same level as superheroes such as Superman, she was pretty powerful. In one instance, it took 2 strong entities, Donna Troy and Mon-El, to restrain her. She was also trained in both armed and unarmed combat by the Warlord of Akara, and she has even once been fought such opponents as Darkseid and even Wonder Woman. Starfire's Tamaranian physiology also allowed her to see much farther than humans, and her green eyes notably stood out and highlighted her enhanced vision. Starfire also has the ability to absorb radiation and then turn it into powerful energy blasts, and these blasts are powerful enough to cause cosmic damage. She even has the ability to fly across the cosmos, and she is known to move at supersonic speed. Starfire's powers lie in her emotion as much as in her physique, and the extent of her powers relies mainly on how emotional she feels at a given time. Like other Tamaranians, Starfire's powers focus on her feelings and emotions, and her ability to draw energy is also driven by her emotions more than anything. This essentially means that Starfire can become more powerful and even channel unimaginable amounts of energy if she feels too emotional, making her quite a formidable force of nature with enhanced strength and durability. Over time, Starfire reached the age of transformation, which is known as the Tamaranian version of hitting puberty. Starfire's powers underwent some changes during this period, and she then gained the ability to fire starburst beams from her eyes and hands. Can this powerful warrior be defeated? Starfire has immense strength and power, but some superheroes possess these same abilities to a greater extent and are much more likely to defeat her. While Starfire is extremely powerful, some opponents such as Thor, Captain Marvel, or Hulk would be able to overpower her due to their skills and abilities. Some more examples of such heroes would be Deadpool and Wolverine, whose regenerative abilities would ensure that they heal from Starfire's attacks and eventually defeat her. Additionally, Starfire is allergic to metallic chromium, which means that she can be defeated if exposed to large quantities of this substance. While it does not have serious side effects, Starfire experiences flu symptoms and even starts sneezing a lot. Starfire sneezes are known to be quite deadly, and she sometimes ends up sneezing the starbolts made from the energy stored within her body. Starfire's weakness also lies in her ability to feel emotions, to an extent to where they have a direct impact on her powers. This may seem like an advantage, but it can also become a weakness if Starfire finds herself in a weak mental state. Starfire is quite a mighty warrior, but her battle costume is not designed to cover her entire body and is not really bulletproof. While she can melt most metals that come her way, her lack of armor can be a weakness and cause her to be defeated one day.
Well, Gar's got his house and Jaime couldn't afford the rent.
Oh, you brat.
Can Starfire reproduce, or does she lack the usual urges? In the New Titans comic series in 1995, Starfire had fallen for a Tamaranian general known as Hyzon, and the two of them had even engaged in intimate relations. Starfire later discovered that she was pregnant when an evil raven sensed that a child was growing within Starfire's body. This story arc was not explored further in the comics, and her relationship with Hyzon was even described as quite a formal union. Later, it was confirmed that Hyzon died when New Tamaran was destroyed, and Starfire's alleged pregnancy was not explored further in the comics. In the mainstream DC universe, Starfire and Dick Grayson had often gotten involved with one another in various storylines, but their relations had never resulted in a child. However, an alternate timeline set in DC's The Kingdom, Nightstar Comics did explore a future where the two of them have a daughter named Mari Grayson, also known as Nightstar. It is safe to say that Starfire did engage in intimate relations like a regular being, and that she can reproduce after all. Conclusion: to sum it up, Starfire is a mighty warrior with a range of powers and abilities that make her stand out amongst other characters. Her Tamaranian physiology only makes her more unique, and she is undoubtedly a valuable addition to the Teen Titans. And if you liked our content, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.
Yep. Stand back.